Hello planet Earth, how's it going? Basically, tomorrow night I've got myself a really awesome tequila tasting at the Raccoon Club in Preston, Northern Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, planet Earth, or planet Awesome, however you want to call it. And it kind of made me realise I don't have enough of these videos explaining what something is. So if you want, come on by. If you happen to be in the area, just stop by. The tickets are all sold out, but even though you can't taste it with me, you can hang out and pretend you're not paying attention and just really kind of enjoy the experience of me pontificating about alcohol whilst other people around me get really, really drunk off it. Well, not really, really, but you know what I mean. Anyway, here we go. What is tequila? Well, tequila, to give its proper monicum, is tequila de mezcal, which is to say it is a type of mezcal. Mezcal is, well, you can't really call it a brandy, but what it is distilled agave alcohol. Now, the agave plant grows not in the sort of arid desert spaces of Mexico, but in the subtropical region. So, whenever you see these Mexican sort of ideas of, oh, they're making it from a cactus, it's not a cactus, it's a succulent. B, it's in that, arid desert, wrong again. And C, everyone's got ponchos and guns. Oh, well, part of the national identity maybe, but not part of tequila. Anyway, what happens is the beautiful little agave plants are all like these crazy spiky, like spined flowers. You might have seen them around. They look sort of similar to aloe vera. They get cut up, turned into these beautiful heads called piñas, which, looks like a pineapple in a way, and taken to ovens where they're roasted. You roast them either through steam or traditional fire and charcoal-based roasting, depending on the style you want. And from that you extract all these beautiful, sugary, sweet, like nectars. So if you've been paying attention to the health food scene, the whole agave syrup, that's where that comes from. And it is quite good for you because of how sweet it is compared to how many calories it has. So a beautiful natural product. Anyway, add water, add yeast, you've got yourself alcohol. Technically you've got something that was called pulque for a while, but to tie pulque and tequila together or mezcal together is not really the most accurate concept, but we'll go with it for now. So you get yourself something that's a bit like pulque, it's kind of an agave wine, and then you distill it. Some mezcals, some tequilas, they're distilled just once, which is probably why a lot of them have a really intense resiny kind of flavor. Like you smell them, you get this asphalt, you get this crazy kind of fuel thing going on, almost like diesel. And yet at the same time you get this crazy sweetness like charred and caramelized pineapple. And that pineapple thing, that smell of pineapple especially, that's actually what agave tastes and smells like. So that's a really, really, really kind of awesome and natural tasting tequila. Anyway, so tequila, for it to be called tequila, has to be 100% blue agave. It can only be made from blue agave and can only be made in certain areas. Not just around tequila. There's actually a bunch of little areas that aren't even connected. It's just that they happen to be at the right altitude to grow blue tequila. So that's what makes tequila. There's only, from memory, about 200 or 300 tequila distilleries, but in excess of 12,000 labels. Once again, from memory. There is a book coming out about this. I wrote it. I should know this, but I haven't looked over the actual stats for a while. And how tequila then varies from mezcal is that for every mezcal label there is pretty much one distillery. So the mezcal distilleries are smaller, more family orientated, more farm based, whereas the tequila ones are much big, much more commercial, and the labels you're getting are actually the farmers that kind of grow their agave, then put it together and send it to distilleries to be distilled. So it's a different kind of process, right? Anyway, flavors you'd expect from tequila are, like I said, resiny, kind of petrol-y, all these weird, crazy smells that a lot of people don't necessarily like, right? That's one end of the spectrum that often have very sweet and nice, spicy kind of tequilas, or mezcals. You carry that through to the other end of the spectrum, where you get something that's the heaviest, most buttery tasting and flavored, like you breathe in and just smells of pineapple and butter, like someone who's just soaked some caramelized pineapple and butter. They've soaked passion fruit in butter, and I mean a lot of butter, and you taste it, and it's the most smooth, beautiful thing on your palate. And then to another, like, completely different spectrum, again, which is almost like rose flower water or perfume, but so sweet and so smooth and easy to drink, you don't even think it's alcohol. Well, long story short, tequilas and mezcals are beautiful and different and unique. There's so much variety across them. And don't fall into this idea, especially thanks to bloody Patron and their view that if you hate tequila, you can love Patron. That's not true. Tequila is so much more diverse than what we give it credit for and what we assume. So if you're interested in more stuff on tequila, or you want to see me like knock back a few tastings and show you how to drink it and how to appreciate it, comment below, share the video, say hi to people, talk about it. Because to be honest, I actually think that tequila and mezcals are one serious spirit that is so incredibly underrated in this world. Anyway, you might get some shots from the tasting itself, but if not, I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.